It says you. What's up, everybody? Shawn here with extra live to roll live here. Oh shoot, that was the wrong one. That was the one I created for when Kyle's here. Uh, we're gonna be just hanging out here, telling a little bit of the stories and stuff of what happened over this last weekend at our Cali Vibes Fest. Oh, hey, dude, it says you muted yourself. I don't know if, and you are muted. um, but so we're gonna hang out, and this is a new series. I've actually been kind of working on this for a while. I want to do actual couch interviews, which I think Tom will be back here in a second. There we go. Um, I want to do actual bring people into the studio and do some in-person stuff. What's up, Tom? You back?
Am I still muted?
You're good, dude. You're good.
All right, sweet. Yeah, sometimes it does that randomly on my computer.
All
All
good.
good though.
But so this is a little bit of a mini series that you guys are going to see more of called Tales from the Cripps. And we're going to be telling some stories and different things and adventures and stuff we get into and all that kind of stuff or have gotten into. Ben, already starting in with some super chats. What's up, bro? Thanks for
What up?
joining us.
Hey,
You're the
thanks
man,
for
dude. We
being here.
appreciate you as
Happy
always.
420, homie.
Uh,
Hey, that's what I said earlier
th-
to everybody. Happy 420.
Thanks for the haircut. Yeah, I know we started at 420. Yes, Ben, I got a haircut this morning. Thank you. That's why I
Yeah,
figured I'll keep the hat off since the lady did my hair. All right.
fresh, that clean cut.
uh, but yeah, thank you guys for joining us. We're gonna be joined by Kyle too. So Kyle and Tom spent all weekend down there. Tom was down there with his family. His mom, dad, and sister were all there, and they spent all weekend in a hotel down there. And then Kyle also was down there with his buddy. Spent all weekend in the hotel. I drove back and forth on Friday and Saturday, and just kind of like pooped out for Sunday because just the travel was a lot back and forth.
Yeah. What up, Donna, in the chat too? Yeah, Shawn is
uh,
looking fresh.
Thank
But,
you.
ladies out there, sorry, Donna, for that comment. But yo, ladies out there, he is single and ready to mingle.
Thanks for the shout out, Tom.
Of course, man. Always the wingman, bro. Yeah, wingman forever.
Right.
Yeah, Cali Vibes Fest, largest reggae festival ever held in the United States of America.
Was
Um,
that really?
yeah, largest reggae fest ever put on in the U.S. And there's some like bigger ones in different countries. Jamaica has like the Sunsplash Festival and like some other like mega ones over in like Central America and stuff. But yeah, I think they sold like 75,000 tickets or something. Yeah,
Crazy.
and they were not cheap tickets. That's for
No.
sure. Big shout out to my mama, Mama Conway. My parents are celebrating their 30th anniversary this weekend on Valentine's Day. Um, and my sister just graduated from grad school. Shout out, Em. Congratulations to her. Working so hard. But mom put together this kind of, weekend reggae fest for us and, got us all tickets and, put on the whole freaking show. And it was really magical. It was really, really cool. So huge, huge, huge thank you to Mama Conway for making the magic happen. And, not only getting
Yeah.
us out there, but getting shot out
I
there.
was gonna say I have to thank you too. I think because I wouldn't have even been out there if it wasn't for
Yeah, it
Conway
turned out,
family.
through some circumstances, we had a couple extra tickets and just wanted to try to make sure they were used because they were non-refundable, non-exchangeable. And we were able to get some other people in. We were able to get my girlfriend in for a day. Shawn was able to come out for a couple days, and then on Sunday, one of my sister's friend and another friend came and checked out the show too, and it was freaking banging, man. It was crazy. It was sunny and wild in
It
Cali.
it was
A
nice,
lot of
man.
music, a lot of people, a lot of booty.
Not there was I actually so the I did bring my GoPro. I brought it the first day. Oh, we got Kyle joining now. All right, let's
Let's get it. Let's get it.
hop on, sign this one, and let me switch over to the bam. What up, Kyle? All right. Rocking the new hat too. He picked up from me at the weekend over the weekend.
Hell yeah, dude.
Can you guys hear me?
We got you, bro.
We can hear you.
Right on.
Chilling, dude. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. How you guys?
Nothing. We were just hanging out, talking about the weekend a little bit, starting just a few basic, just how awesome it was. Sunshine, booty, as Tom said, and Ben threw back out. Um,
Sunshine, music, and boating. That's what it's all about.
and yeah, it was good times. Uh,
A big part of it, too, was just family and friends, man.
Can you hear me better?
So really, really
Thank
magical.
you, Alex. Your mom's in the chat too. We
Oh,
appreciate
I
you.
love you.
Conway.
Miss you.
Thank you.
It was so cool to be with my fam. Like I talk about my parents all the time to these guys and stuff. So it was really awesome for my parents to to get to kick it with Shawn, even though they got a chance to meet before, but get to meet Kyle and all of his buddies and stuff. They were out there chilling. It was really really awesome. So that was a lot of fun. I think we just dropped Kyle.
Yeah, I know. I think he was out, but I think he's having some technical difficulties.
That's okay. That's okay.
Connection. I know his connection isn't great. He's like way up in the boonies of Santa Maria, like Santa Barbara
Yeah, no
area.
worries.
But
We'll get it worked out.
yeah, we'll get him back on here.
What up, Andrew? Yeah, Andrew, it is the wrong day, man. This is just a little bonus podcast that we're doing. Shawn and I went to a music festival this weekend, and we dealt with a lot of accessibility and a lot of different, stuff. And I don't know, like I've talked to a bunch of other quads and pairs about like concerts and music festivals, and accessibility is always a main theme when that conversation is going, especially multiple day festivals. We were there for 3 days. How the hell do you manage that, as a quad? But we're going to talk about it. What up, Kyle? We got you back, dude.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're good,
All
man.
good, man.
Hey,
We know the connection stuff is an issue, but
how you feeling, bro? You recovered from the weekend yet?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
got some good sleep the first couple of days.
Yeah, it only took me about a day to recoup. I guess maybe a couple extra days for my bladder because I did like imbibe a little alcohol Saturday and Sunday. Um, you know, and that tends to nowadays like have a multiple day effect for me, depending on how much I drink. And it was enough to
dude,
just dehydrate my body a little.
so that's what I didn't
Um,
even drink alcohol. I just dehydrated myself and screwed my bladder up, man. Like
yeah.
that shit was rough, man.
Yeah, I definitely
Um,
felt a little sluggish.
Yeah. Well, that's like usually what I'll do is like I just hit the water hard when I come back, like and I get back to normal reality. I just like do extra water. Um, but we were just talking about it, man. So Kyle, you were out there all 3 days, just like me, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
you were kicking it in a hotel nearby.
Yeah, we were staying at the Vagabond Inn.
Yeah. Now,
It was
with
about. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was about 5 blocks away. His hotel. Ours was a little closer. It was only about 2 blocks, but it was still a bit of a roll. The way they had the festival, like fenced off, you had to like go way, way out of the way to get to the entrance, and it was kind of the only way to go. And I was okay in my chair cruising. My parents and my sister, their feet were hurting a little bit, especially Saturday and Sunday. I've been walking and dancing and partying so much. But that wasn't too bad. It was pretty close by, and it was in like downtown Long Beach, right by the coast. Like very nice area.
Yeah,
Everything
way nice.
paved, everything was like super accessible just in terms of rolling around. And the hotel was dope. At least mine was. How's your experience with like hotels after your injury, Ben Kyle?
Well, I mean, th- this this hotel it worked out because it was nice. It was only half a block away. The the bed wasn't too high, so the transfers weren't too bad. The bathroom wasn't accessible at all, but I didn't need to go in there because I just emptied my bag into like a urinal, and then I was lucky enough to have a friend that could help me out and you empty it in the toilet. But I think that was the only struggle I had was I couldn't get into the bathroom. But if I didn't have to do any personal care, I was fine.
Yeah. Now that was funny. We talked about that during the weekend. You didn't like do your bowel care or at all. What up,
Right.
Barbie?
Well, I made sure to do it Friday in the morning, so I'd be good until Sunday. And I just had to watch what I eat. I got a little icky with having a couple beers because my stomach was gurgling a little bit, but other than that, I was good.
Yeah.
And
Um,
then I also watched what I eat too. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to go to the bathroom for a couple days, so instead of three big meals, I did like two big meals. And so,
yeah.
So that's
Um,
something that a lot of people do for trips and stuff, and like is limit eating and limit your food intake. Um, and yeah, I mean, do you do that, Tom? Did you do that over the weekend at all, or?
no, not at all. Because I had the best caregiver in the whole wide world, my mama, helping me out. She also got us an accessible room, so we had the a roll-in shower and stuff that like worked with my shower chair, and I was able to do my care every day, which is usually how I do it. I don't know. Like nowadays, I'm doing it like 5 days a week. So I could have today. I thought about it, but I don't know. I just didn't want to have to deal with any issues. Especially like if I'm drinking and stuff like that tends to be a little bit of a wild card. So I was just going on the side of caution, and like I had access to it, so I was taking advantage of it. I've done that before. Where I've like gone stay for a weekend, like skip my care for a couple days. Like I've gone on vacation, didn't do it for 4 or 5 days, and just like it was really light, what I ate and stuff, and just dealt with whatever happened when it happened. But for this weekend, I was just super lucky, and it was really comfortable and convenient. Big shout out in the chat, Barbie Melendi. It's like my auntie Barbara. She was my one of my aides in school. I had 11 in elementary school, middle school, and high school. And Barbara's kind of been like a second mama to me my whole life. So thanks for joining in on the pod. And what's in my hand? It shames me to say it's a little vape ski, but this is the 420 podcast where we're just chiefing and having a good time. So
here,
don't
hey
judge
gentlemen,
me.
I'm gonna switch over my router real quick. And so if I pause for like a minute, I'll be right back on.
Okay, yeah, no worries. No worries.
Um,
Um,
yeah, that's cool. Ka-
but it was tough to get an accessible room. I'm
It
just said
said
in the
your
chat
mom put
she
in the
worked.
chat she worked for 2 weeks to get
I worked
that
for a
room.
couple of weeks to try to get a hotel room, calling around. The hotel that she had found before it was like 11 miles away from the venue, and it was just going to be really hard to get back and forth and very inconvenient. Especially if there's like alcohol involved and trying to figure out transportation and stuff. I was like trying to think if I was going to get access or what I was going to have to do, and we got she got lucky. It was awesome. She found a really cool place, and the Courtyard Marriott was nice. Like I don't know, it wasn't top tier. I've been in nicer hotels, but it was cool. Everyone was really nice there. They made it work for us. It was functional.
Yeah, dude, I can tell you for sure from driving 2 days back and forth to the event. If you would have been 11 miles away, bro, it would have been a nightmare getting to the event and parking every day. Like I
Yeah.
can, so that that because that was pretty much what I was gonna share on my experience as far as because
Well, you had a little parking issue Saturday night, right? You tried to leave the venue.
yeah. So I guess we can get into some of these stories because I want to hear your guys' stories from after Saturday night and stuff like that.
Oh, we got some
That's a
stories from Saturday night.
All
we can
right,
answer
I'm
any of the
back.
we can answer the accessible questions and all that stuff after if we want. But I say let's just get into some of this. I'll get into the shitty part first, and then we'll get into your guys' fun stuff at first.
All
So,
Sounds good.
so The first day, I didn't even make it to the festival till 5:30 to meet up with Tom and all you guys. And that's because I left at 1, but I went to the Stizzy store to get myself a new vape pod because I was out of vape and I wanted to have something to smoke for the day. And I thought, no problem. It was literally 5 minutes off my trip. No problem. Shouldn't be no issue. I got there. The parking lot there sucks. There was people not only in the handicap spots but in the hash marks as well. So I couldn't park anywhere. I had to park down the block. Pushed into the shop. Finally got in. Got my stuff. Got on the road. I was like, all right, cool. Pain in the ass is out of the way. Let's get on the road. I turn to get out, and when I make my left, my phone flips off of my lap and onto the floor under the chair where it's really difficult to see or get to. So I can't see or hear my navigation at that point. So I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell do I do now? All right, so I ended up just pulling over, and it took me 25 minutes to end up recovering the phone and getting it back to my lap because just where it was and the positioning of my passenger seat, like how I had to have it, it was just really hard. So I got that out of the way. I'm like, all right, yes, let's get on this mission now. Drive to Long Beach. Boom. Drive down. It's like an hour down there. I'm like, okay, cool. I get down, and one of our other friends, Dylan, who was there from Zook Fitness, shout out the Dylan and Zook. Dylan was there. He's like, yeah, there's ADA parking right at the front. I'm like, all right, cool. So I get there. I end up going into a parking garage, and I'm like, I don't think this is right. This is probably not the ADA parking. This is pretty far away, I think, still. So I leave the parking garage, go down to the ADA parking. A cop really just rudely just kind of doesn't even look at me. He's like, nope, no more spots. And then just and just turned around and went the other way. So I was like, oh my God. So I ended up going back to the parking garage, which that took another 35 minutes to get from the parking garage to ADA and then back to the same parking garage, which was a little over a half mile away. So I parked, pushed down, got there. All good once I got to the show. Super fun, had a great night. And then the
Yeah,
weekend,
Revolution was sick Friday night.
dude, Revolution was dope, man.
The
Iration was really
fireworks.
good.
The
Like they were
fireworks were
badass.
awesome. Yeah,
Like,
man, the fireworks
yeah,
were so
dude. I was a fan. Like, I honestly, I was in such a bad mood there. Like that whole way there, just like every step that. But as soon as I got in, like it was honestly just like the vibes in that place is crazy. I don't know how to explain the positive energy that's in like a festival like that with 75,000 people or whatever you talk. Like, and everybody is just there to have a good time. Like, so it completely changed. Like, as soon as I was in there and having saw you guys and hanging out, boom, I went from being pissed off quad at like it took me 3 hours to get to this damn thing for me. Um, and then
Yeah, that
so
first day.
afterwards, I got a shout out too. Afterwards, the parking garage I was at, it was like a mission to get back. Like it was a little over a half mile. When I got back the first night, I couldn't get into my van because of the angle where I was parked at. Like I had some trouble. So a couple was really cool. The dude helped me get into the van. Then I realized that I still had to pay my parking like ticket, which you couldn't do from the car. You had to like go wait in this crazy line. So I went, got out of the car, wait, but the dude saw me and he's like, "I'll try to wait for you." Um, and he saw me after I waited in the line, came back. He saw me as he was getting in their Uber because that's what they were waiting for. He saw me and he's like, "Oh, hold on!" And he had the Uber wait for a second. Let me come down from the parking garage. Got to the van. He helped me back into the van again, and like I was able to get on my road and stuff. So yeah, dude, shout out. There are nice people. Like there was so many good people out there and stuff. Like there was some rough goings, and doing things on your own is hard. But like, like it turned out to be great, and it was all good. So
Yeah,
uh,
no, I mean, that is like you said it. One of the nicest things about the festival and the venue is just like the positive vibration. Everyone's vibing, everyone's having a good time. Like everyone's so nice generally. I mean, there's like the odd occurrence of not so nice positive interaction, but pretty far and few between. When it comes to that stuff. And yeah, dude, parking, man. That's like why we were so lucky and fortunate to have that hotel and just avoid that entirely. Because a lot of individuals who probably do need ADA parking, but maybe not as much as a quad, will end up using their placard and get in the spot. And there's no way to know that there's maybe someone in more significant need of closer parking, beforehand. It's just kind of luck of the draw. So Shawn, next time we're get to that festival a couple hours early, broski.
That well, see, I did plan to get there earlier. Like I left at 1 thinking I got this quick stop, no problem. But yeah, no, it just is rougher than. And then Saturday, ooh, that place was packed on Saturday because even just getting down to Long Beach, like once you got into the area, it was just like complete shutdown of
Yeah.
like it was
Well,
crazy.
And
they,
Saturday was probably definitely my favorite.
oh yeah.
Saturday was fun, man.
So
Revolution, stick figure, iration, they all crushed it. But that second day, that was
yeah, well,
incredible.
Stick
the
figure
big
was that second
special
day.
thing about the festival was it was Bob Marley's birthday celebration, and all five Marley brothers that like performed were there, and like they did a set together of all their dad's music, and that shit was wild, man. It was really cool to see.
It gave me
Uh,
goosebumps.
yeah, and then there was the night like following that day, which was also.
Yeah, see, like that's the story I want to hear from you guys. Is your night?
Yeah. Well, big shout out to the festival too. I had like one crazy thing happened. My girlfriend came out on Saturday.
Oh,
And, I know, like we had gone to a restaurant before and had a couple drinks, got a little swervy. As one does at a music festival. And I think it was just maybe a combination of like overheating, dehydration, maybe the alcohol a little bit. And I don't know, her blood pressure like got really, really low to the point where she like pretty much was like non-responsive, passed out for a minute, and had to go, get some help. Big shout out again to the greatest mom in the whole freaking world for coming over and helping us out in that moment for those few hours that we needed her. And big shout out to the medical team too. It was a little tough, honestly, finding somebody to get some help, just because there's a lot of people. There was a couple cool guys who like ran over the medical tent. They brought some people over and were able to get her to like a cool shaded area. And she just needed a couple hours to recover. And ended up being cool and fine. So the services there that were meant to function for that purpose, I did, and everything was all good. So that was like kind of the only little hiccup that I had that wasn't totally positive that weekend. But all in all, it was like very minor. She was able to get home safe and chill out on Sunday. And that's like the other thing too about these music festivals. I've been that quad before too, like overheated, like passing out, like struggling. Barb and Mom like have both seen me. Oh no, we lost Kyle again. Um, at some festivals in the past, like, overheated, like super, super low blood sugar, like massively dehydrated, like struggling to function even, struggling to talk. Um, Being prepared in those instances, uh, making sure you have all your medical supplies that you regularly need, maybe consider having a little wrist blood pressure cuff with you to, help monitor that stuff. We talk about smart technology all the time, like Apple Watches and things like that, that help measure your heart rate, even stuff like O2 sats, crazy stuff nowadays, can be really meaningful and useful to have on, weekends, days, long trips like this, especially when you're going to be on the sunshine, overheated, not everybody drinks, but, that can definitely be a factor that can throw your body off. And, just being aware of the possibility of being prepared for abilities can, just make you more comfortable. And in the event that it happens, just help them go over smoother. Hey, thanks, Bobby, our other co-host for the regular
nah,
show. He didn't make it out to the festival this weekend, but thanks for tuning in and supporting us, man. We love you. Now, Kyle, talk to us about your weekend, man, your experience, and we'll get into this story Friday night. But how'd you find the accessibility, like overall? How'd you feel, about the
I,
whole thing?
I mean, going to the concert, I felt super comfortable. I mean, there was flat areas to get through, roads to get around the grass field. I felt like it was super accessible, And like
Yeah,
you guys were saying earlier, there are really friendly people out there that were willing to help.
yeah,
The one thing that was kind of a struggle was my my Bluetooth between my watch and my smart drive. Since there was 75,000 people one day, and everybody's on their phone, and all the frequencies coming out of the from the bands, it just kept wigging out. So I only got to use my smart drive about 50% of the time, and so that was my only struggle. I feel.
I've heard that
For
from a
anybody
lot of
who's
people.
not super familiar, the smart drive it's controlled in part by an external like computer device. Now, um, Shawn has like this little dongle thing that he carries around for his remote wheels. But smart drives are so freaking cool. They link up with an app on your phone or your smartwatch, and like they have that Apple thing that like you can just have a smartwatch and it controls the which is just
Yeah,
like an assistive drive on a manual chair. So it's just a third wheel that's powered that's supposed to assist you in certain instances like hills and just getting around generally. It can be
and it
really
it
excellent for a
works
walk.
great normally,
Yeah,
but with 75,000 people around, it it wasn't happy.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. And to be honest, the venue, I mean, for power chair people, like a lot easier. The first stage when you went in, the one up on the grassy hill, it was a
I didn't even try
significant
to go up
hill
that
to get
thing.
up. Like it would have been like Shawn wouldn't be able to get up on his own. You definitely need someone to help you. I saw like some guy with a broken leg, like his girlfriend, like credit to her, like I hope he was taking care of her. Like, the end of that day because damn, like she was pushing him up those hills. I saw him a couple times, and like it was not easy. It did not look easy because it was pretty steep.
Yeah,
It
so
was sketchy
so
from a
Sunday
chair.
night,
Go ahead.
so Sunday night, you guys went to go see Atmosphere, and we were finishing off. We wanted to see a little bit of Dirty Heads,
Yeah,
so we watched about 4 songs of Dirty Heads, and then we're like, let's go see Tom, and let's go both over there and see what left we can see of Atmosphere. And my buddy Cody just charged me through the field, and it was accessible for me because I have these mountain bike tires, so we're just cruising, smashing through the field, and we ended up seeing like 4 songs, and then we got out a little bit early and hit the road because
yeah,
they were the
damn.
last one.
We were right at the ADA platform for that show. Now this is like
Oh,
the
were you?
other. Yeah, we were on the ADA platform. We got Jason up there, like the whole fam was up there for the that whole show pretty much. Atmosphere was sick, dude. Like it was cool. Like I've been listening to Slug for years. Like it was crazy. And he still got it, man. Like that performance was
Killed
awesome.
it.
Yeah, he killed it. So at music festivals nowadays, like big concerts, like any major concert, there is like thought into ADA and especially like ADA viewing. Um, my family, like we've been cruising to concerts like all night, and we'll usually just like get right up to the front. We'll get there early. We'll get up to the front. Like just set up. Usually near the doors, and that's where we like to be, just in the thick of it. Um, but we've been fortunate enough to sometimes like get into some ADA areas too that were just there, and, set up and functional. But nowadays, like they have these cool platforms that are like raised up. You can like roll up and have like a raised vantage over everybody's head, and it's almost like the best seat in the house. Like it was
They
at
were
the
the best
stage.
seats in the house.
Yeah, it was. It was right behind the sound guys and stuff, right where they set up all the audio. So you're getting like the best audio experience, because it's like, geared like for the guys that are setting it up. And you get the best view in the house. And it was cool. There was a process. It was kind of like, I don't know, an amusement park process. Like that's what it reminded me of, where you had to go to the accessibility ADA tent or whatever and show them your ID. They don't really ask you to verify your disability. I think there's
Yeah,
policy laws against them like asking about that specifically, unless like maybe you're obviously trying to fake it. But no, anybody in the chair, they just like hooked it up, and they give you a wristband, and that was your access, and you were allowed yourself and one companion, like a
But we
PCA.
got but we got more in there.
We got more in there. They were kind of strict, especially the first day or two. Um, and later in the evening for like the headliners and stuff, it was a lot of people. And a
Yeah, I got
lot of
that. It gets
people, would want to get to see it. And, it's just their right to it as much as ours. And, the only way they can make it work, because it is a very small space and you're dealing with wheelchairs and stuff, is they have to regulate it. And, I was
Well, there was a process with that though, because in the beginning of the day when there was sun out, that spot wasn't a good spot because all the sound stuff that you were just talking about, they covered it because they
and
didn't
they
want it
put
to
tents
overheat.
over it. Yeah.
So those tents were in our way. So we
Yeah.
would hang out, in the main area and then go up there once the sun went down.
Yeah. And I know it was like hard on all the AB's feet to like be dancing on that pavement and the concrete. But like for us like in the wheelchairs, like it was smooth rolling like at the main stage, like in that area, because it was streets and concrete. And like it
Yeah, I
so
think
that
that was
part was
a
a
big
wheelchair.
parking lot.
Yeah, it was just a
Yeah, it
big
was
parking
big
lot.
parking outside the aquarium, the Long Beach
Yeah,
Aquarium.
great.
But I know there were a lot of dogs barking at the end of those
Oh,
shows
I'm
for
sure
sure.
people. I think your mom put something about walking 11 miles the first day. I think,
Yeah. The first day, yeah, we cruised 11 miles.
and I can
Uh,
imagine that for sure because, yeah, I was sore after after both days of pushing. It was a
yeah,
lot.
I mean, I was just
Yeah,
cruising. My
my
batteries were
last
basically
day, I don't know if you could tell, Tom, but I was getting really uncomfortable. I had this strain in between my shoulder blades, and I don't know if it was just from like sitting up or from pushing a lot. I mean, we were doing 10-hour days,
Yeah,
so it could have just been strained. And but yeah, that was kind of a killer ride home. But I did it.
yeah. And that's like kind of one of those things. Like you don't always push yourself like that, but it's okay. A couple days, push yourself a little bit extra.
Totally,
You know,
totally worth it.
it's worth it.
I mean, when
Totally
it's
worth
a
it.
big event like that, it is, but and that's what I really wanted to go back that third day, honestly, but I just like
Yeah.
it was too much.
So
You need to recover. No,
you guys
Sunday
totally
was hard.
did.
Like I started to fade like Sunday. I shouldn't have eaten. Like I was really hungry, but as soon as I ate like this burger and some fries, like I got real sleepy. Because me and Kyle, like we went out and partied Saturday night, like the next day
Yeah,
after the show,
yeah,
which was
that was a lot of fun.
So do you guys
yeah,
want to tell that story now, or I threw together a little video of the footage I had from Saturday when I did bring the GoPro in. And the story I told earlier was why I didn't bring the GoPro on Friday is because I was tired, pissed off, and I didn't know how far I had to push down to where the event was. But the second
but,
day I did bring it, and we shot a little bit of video.
but yeah, put the
Well,
video.
it was great because the tickets that I had, they were all access passes.
Yeah.
Um, so when we were done on Saturday night, you know, the bands are done. Everyone just starts clearing out, and there's a different exit for the band members and for the all access passes. So we went. So Tom, myself, Cody, and Jason decided to go out that way, and just to kind of check some things out. It's easier to get home
And
because
I
our
didn't
plan
even have
was
a backstage pass. Like Kyle went to the festival separate, and like he just had a plug where he got some cool ass tickets. So I was just cruising with these guys because we were going to go to this hotel afterwards to just have a couple beers.
yeah,
Um,
we were going to the West End.
yeah, we're going to the Westin.
Yeah, and
But it
I
was
didn't
the
even know
exit.
you
Like
guys.
we were like, fuck it, we'll just cruise, and like I doubt they'll stop us. Like just because we're trying to exit the event, right? And they were cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We owned it, So
Yeah,
we just made it seem like we knew what we were doing,
yeah,
and then Cody did a nice little distraction for you,
yeah,
and told you to watch out for that bump, and it
yeah.
kind of like the security guard was like, oh yeah, and then it
Well,
got you right in.
we had to get through 3 levels of security because
Yeah,
when as we were leaving, we were like going out through the backstage area, and we were just going to meet Kyle's buds at this hotel, but we rolled right past like this village, and I saw all these lights down there, and like you can feel the energy and the ambiance from afar. Let me just put it that way. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh, that's the
explain
place
it.
to be,
Explain it though,
right?
Tom. It was like this tunnel that went under the stage, and it
Yeah,
was filled with caravans on each side, and that's where all the band members hung out
yeah, it was like the Star Wagons that like the freaking Hollywood people use. It was just like all these trailers, and I rode
with all
past
the groupies.
with all the groupies, all the artists, all the crew too, which like are the cool people, just like out there partying. But as we were rolling past, I asked Kyle and Cody, and I was like, yo, do you guys think your passes will get us in, or um, you
Let's
know?
try.
And they were like, I don't know. And I was like, let's give it a shot. Like, let's see if we can get down there. Like, if they turn us away, no harm, no foul. We'll just dip out like our original plan. And hey, yo, I'm frozen. Am I back? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Um, and so we went for it, dude. There were like two more layers of security. And these are some lazy security guys because they were like flashing the flashlight at you guys' wrists, but like I was just kind of staying close and just cutting through. And we got to like the last one right before like you got into the show, and and I thought this is where we were gonna be like screwed, but they checked all you guys, and right as they were about to check my wrist, there was this bump, and Cody, just like what you said, did the distraction. He was, yo, man, are you sure you're good getting over this bump? And he kind of like stepped in between me and the security, and like got close to my chair and like pretend like he was over this like little like wire cover. And they didn't stop us after that. Like they just let us keep going. And dude,
Right,
next
and
thing
you were
you know,
wearing a long sleeve shirt, so he couldn't see if you had a bracelet on.
yeah, exactly. So we had the
Man.
cover, and we were in, dude. We were in backstage. We were like kicking with the artists, like instantly. Like I just started like seeing artists that like I recognized. Like got to get a picture with Mike Love, who's this awesome reggae artist that my family's really into, and we ran into Kyle's buddy. He's friends with one of the guys from Revolution. So
Revolution, right?
ran into Marley, dude. And some guy walked by with a box of Sierra Nevadas and like handed us a couple brewskis. And
Yeah, he handed us some Sierra Nevadas.
yeah, dude. So we cracked open a couple of brewskis back there, and we're just like
You got
vibing.
a hug from that beautiful lady,
Yeah, I
Irie.
got a hug from this other artist, Hyrie. She's just like
I'm like,
bang.
yo, where's my hug?
Hey, Kyle, you're beautiful, man, but this is something
You're
about
just
this.
you're just better looking, bro.
This. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Like she was just walking by, and I make eye contact with a lot of people. Like it's just, I don't know. Like it's what my parents taught me to do: look people in the eye. And like I just
Yeah.
looked at her and smiled, and she just like smiled and like came over and gave me a hug and stuff, like, for a second. But that was cool, dude. Like her performance was awesome. Like on stage.
Oh, it's great.
Dude, she came out with, like 3 or 4 other artists too, which was super cool.
Mhm.
Uh, and we just kicked it down there for a while. We hooked up with what's his name, Nico or Nick?
Nick, my buddy
Nick.
Nick.
Okay, yeah, Nick.
So a lot of these guys I know that they're friends of mine from Santa Barbara and Revolution and Iration. They kind of built their. I don't know the full extent to it, but I'm pretty sure they all pretty much met in Santa Barbara. I know a lot of the Iration guys are from Hawaii, but yeah, so I was grateful to meet some of these people.
And
Ooh.
yeah, dude, we were just kicking it. We were just chilling. Um, Things were just all the artists were just like, drinking and hanging with our people and stuff, and it was cool. It was really fun vibe down there. Like it was definitely a vibe, man. Like it was cool. Um, I try not to get too starstruck around those people. I mean, especially like when they're all your homies, Kyle, just because they're like regular ass people. But it was cool, like seeing some of the artists and stuff. Like I've been like seeing Revolution so forever, dude.
Oh
Like
yeah, that was
like
just so much fun. But like you said, the vibe and everybody was just in really good spirits, and
yeah.
I that's what
But
it's all
that
about.
was just the beginning of the night. We rolled out
Yeah.
of there like what it was like 11:30, 12 o'clock,
Yeah.
and we
Well, so the concert ended at about 9:50, 10, and we were
yeah
for sure in there probably at least an hour and a half, 2 hours.
yeah
And
well because
then
we ran
then we
into
closed
Marley,
down the
dude,
West End.
and Marley was just partying, man, and we like partying with Marley for a little while.
Oh man, that was so much fun.
That was so funny, dude. Marley like grabbed the live to roll beanie and like put the live to roll
Oh
beanie on, and
yeah, we tried to get a good. So Tom and I tried to get a good picture with Marley for Shawn with the lift to roll, but it was kind of slanted over a little bit, and then Marley threw on his cowboy hat on top of me.
yeah, dude, that was so funny. Yeah, the hat that you found later in the night, but we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that.
So we cruised over to the West End. We just kicked in the hotel lobby with the crew, dude. And I gotta say, Kyle, man, like your friends are fucking, you are so awesome, dude. Like some of the coolest, like kindest people, I've like kicked it with and like met. Like they were really, really awesome. And it
Yeah,
was crazy. You
great
guys like
people.
family from back in the day, man. Like you guys have been hanging together for a while.
Yeah,
So it was cool to be kicking it with like the boys for SB,
right.
and you guys are just like telling like cool, crazy stories from back in the day. That crazy Jimmy guy came, Jay,
Oh, Jimmy J. I forgot.
like the Santa Barbara legend like rolled through randomly,
Dude.
and it was
Oh
funny
my god.
because he hadn't seen you since your injury.
Most of those guys haven't.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
actually, so my buddy Nick, the one that we hung out with a lot, he actually would come visit me when I was a patient at Cottage. Um, but yeah, man, I mean, that was such a great experience because I haven't seen a lot of those guys in over 3.5 years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy.
I
How
mean,
was that for you?
I
Like,
talked
was
to
it?
Cripps.
How was it for
Sorry.
you though? Like, was it all positive? Like, was it hard at all?
Well, no, I mean, there's definitely mixed emotions, but for both, but I'm happy at where I'm at, and I think it was really good for them to see that as well. You
Yeah,
know, a lot of people when I got injured weren't too sure. Anybody that goes through something like that, you don't know where their mental state's going to be, and I think that they're just pumped and excited to see that. I'm the same me, just mentally. Just physically, I'm just a little different.
for sure,
Yes,
for
man.
sure. We're still out there raging too. Which is like the cool
Dude,
thing.
till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, well, so we closed out the West End. Like they shut down the bar, and they were like, "Yo, like you guys can chill in the lobby, but we're not serving you guys any more alcohol." So we were like, "All right, like I guess that's our cue," because Nick and Mario were gonna go to another bar, right? They're
Mhm.
Mario's roomie, and so they were gonna go to another bar, and our plan was just go back to the hotel. I was tired. It was I think at that point it was like 1 or something, like close to
Yeah.
two, and we were headed. Like that's what we were. You guys were walking me back to my hotel, and then you guys were gonna go get some food and go to sleep too. But as we were rolling, this was like a very affluent area in like Long Beach, really nice part of Long Beach. And there's this high rise. It's just like all fancy, fancy apartments. And we rolled past, and dude, I swear it was almost like a shot out of a movie. It was like this really nice table with like bottles of wine and like charcuterie boards with like cheese and bread and stuff at like 2 o'clock in the morning in like cold ass Long Beach, dude. And it's like old wealthy people, like old wealthy white people. And who do you see in the mix, dude? Marley from Revolution, like the bass player, dude, drunk off his ass, just
He's
partying with
wearing he's
random
wearing
ass
a
old
cowboy
people.
hat and a tank top, and it's probably like 38 degrees out.
Yeah, yeah. And dude, he's sitting next to this old woman who, like, we come to find out was she played the original Tinkerbell in the original
Oh,
Disney production of Peter Pan. Just wild happenstance. So us with some, royalty from early film era, which is cool.
But it was so funny because we were cruising back to your hotel, and all of a sudden we can hear Marley over at this like group, and we like turn and look down, and we're like, "What the hell? Let's
Yeah.
gotta go over and say what's up." So we go over there, and then we close that place down until like 3.
Well, yeah. So
Uh,
we got sidetracked. We cruised over there, like they shoved a couple glasses of wine into our hands, and next thing you know, we were like sipping on some vino with these guys for like another hour. Just talking, like talking to randos, and
But you ran into a guy that knows you from previous events,
yeah, that was trippy, dude.
and he
And it's
gave you
funny,
$20.
dude. He texted me, man. I gave him my number that night. He texted me. He followed up to me sober. He was really fucked up.
Yeah.
But so my family and I, we've like been festival goers for a long time, and another like hobby of mine has been like cinematography and film. And my dad and I used to do a lot of that all the time. We mostly did like wildlife cinematography. Which, speaking of Shawn, we got to plan and talk about that. And, maybe bring my dad on or something. Um, but in any event, let me not get too sidetracked. Some of what we did was like festival like cinematography and like concert cinematography. Like we filmed like some local shows and local bands and stuff. But we got one of our neighbors like put on a festival up north. It's similar to Cali Vibes. It's just like a big reggae festival, and
Is that the Monterey one?
it was called Harmony Festival.
Oh,
I don't know if they put it on anymore. It went away for a year and then it came back. But in any event, we used to go and we used to like camp out for the whole weekend and film at the main stage and film some of the other stages too early on. But the last couple of years we did it, we were at the main stage, and I had like a really awesome camera setup. It was like this full like pan head tilt like robotic system like up on this platform that I was controlling with like a board on my lap and a monitor where I could like see everything. Like I got some YouTube videos of like Revolution and stuff from back in the day that like I filmed with my dad. And he was on the other side of the stage with the camera too. And it was crazy. It was cool. But in any event, this guy came up to me and just he was drunk off his ass, and I think probably on some other drugs too. But no judgment. He was just raging. He was partying. It was a wild night. There were just things going on, and he was staring at me like kind of in a weird way. And I was thinking like, all right, this guy's fucked up. Like, why is he looking at me kind of weird? And I was just writing it off as like he was drunk or something. But he then all of a sudden he goes like, "Holy fuck!" He's like, "Is this happening?" And he was like, he just said it. He was like, "Harmony Festival, like 10 years ago." He's like, "Is there any chance you were there?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I was definitely there, bro." He was like, "You were there with your whole family." He was like, "You and your dad were like filming at this main stage." I'm like,
Crazy,
"Yeah,
man.
man." And he's like, bro, he's like, I remember you. He's like, I remember your whole family. He's like, we talked that day. He was like, we had a conversation. And I'm not like trying to give myself flowers, toot my own horn. I don't remember this guy. Like, I don't remember talking to him or anything. But he was like, bro, he's like, the conversation that I had with you and your dad and like, your family that day, he was like, that shit changed my life. He was like, I emailed the festival coordinators trying to get in touch with you guys after the festival. He was like, I sent like 7 emails trying to find out who your family was. He was like, I was never able to get a hold of anybody. And he was like, I feel like I'm like on acid or something, dude. He was like, how am I running into you at 2 o'clock in the morning in the middle of Long Beach, like a decade later? But he was drunk off his ass. And it was just like
yeah.
kind of an occurrence. So I was like, yo, man, he's like, I mean, he had some, yeah, he definitely talked to me before. He definitely talked to my family. He had some details. There's no other way to do it. I gave him my number, and I was like, yo, man, he had lost his phone in his wallet that night. And his buddy, he was like a drummer in his band. He was like, no, Chris, he was so fucked up. Um, but I put his number in my phone, and I sent him a text that night. I'm like, yo, if you find your phone or whatever, follow up with me. And he did. He texted me back. He was like, "Hey, I'm on the road right now, working and traveling." But he's like, when I'm back in LA, he's like, "I'll hit you up." He's like, "I want your family like to come out to a show and like see my band perform, like maybe with like cameras or something." I was like, "Hell yeah, dude! Like that'd be sick. Like that'd be really crazy." But small world, wild, wild, small world. But we raged with Marley, what, till 3? And we were all cold and tired, and we had Sunday to go, meaning like we had to wake up and like go to another day music festival, and it was almost upon us. I mean, shit, we could have stayed out there for another couple hours and welcome the day in.
Oh man, I had to get off my ass, dude.
Oh, I know, no, you guys had to eat because you guys hadn't eaten anything all day.
Yeah, we ended up door dashing Jack in the Box at like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I mean, it was funny. We were all drunk. We were all fucked
Oh,
up.
man.
And we were walking back, and we just kind of kept stopping along the way. Like, I think, like, Cody had to, like, take a piss, or Jason had to take a piss or something. We ended up, like, stopping, chilling, talking there for a while. And then we, like, stopped outside the hotel. And, yeah, I mean, by the time we all got, like, settled, I mean, it was probably, like, closer to 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, you
And,
guys-
yeah, dude, rallied, rested. It was funny. I couldn't sleep for like the same amount of night that night. I don't know what it
Yeah,
was.
man. Shout out to you two and your family, Tom, and my Santa Barbara crew for making that such a wonderful time, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
having you, Tom, and you, Shawn, both there, uh, definitely made that for sure.
Yeah,
yeah,
no, it
dude, that
was
was
so
fun.
awesome. I'm telling you, that was like probably the most special part about it is, just being able to come together. Like the friends and the family, and
And
just
if
Yeah,
we
like
well,
didn't,
I didn't even know you guys are going until the day before. Like
dude,
Shawn
I
and
know.
I
I
talked
didn't know I
about it
was
for
going
like
to
a
the
month.
day before.
And then I get a message from you, Tom, like the night before, saying, "Are you gonna be there?" I was like, "Absolutely." And you're like, "All right, hit me up." And then Shawn, you hit me up that day, and I was like, "Yes, let's go." And then I got
Well,
to meet Dylan in person.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude, it was just like crazy
Dylan's
wild
rad.
like circumstance. Sean had told me he was like talking to you a few days before, and he had mentioned he was like, "Yo, I think Kyle might be going to Cali Vibes." Because I told Sean I was like, "Hey man, we got some extra tickets. Like it'd be dope." My plan was just like bring Sean out and we'd shoot a video, just like showing the festival or whatever, and then do something like this afterwards. But then he told me he was like, "Yo, I think Kyle is going." And I was like, no freaking way. So I texted you and I was like, yo, man, we got to hook up. And then, I don't know, it turns out like your homies, man, Cody and Jason, got to send them the pod after this. Like those guys are just like the coolest freaking dudes.
Great
yeah.
people.
Cody
Great
is the
people.
shit,
Yeah.
man. I've hung out with Cody a few times now. I like Cody a lot, dude. That guy's cool as hell.
And Cody was
Yeah,
kind of
he's
like
rad.
your PCA for the weekend a little bit. Like he was just helping you out in terms of like transferring and like emptying your leg bag and stuff.
Yeah,
And
so pretty much he helped me, get to the event and back, and then he kind of like helped me empty the urinals and stuff. And he's since I'm a quad fit, he helped me with a lot of things where I need for my fingers, opening some shit up. But yeah, man, I'm super grateful to have a friend like Cody as well to just come have fun.
Hey,
yeah, no,
let's
definitely.
I didn't feel like I put him to work that bad.
No, not at all. No, I just wanted to mention it. It's really cool when you can have a buddy. It's really not a lot. It's like, I mean, especially with someone like yourself who's so independent. And props to freaking Kyle, dude, for taking his rehab, seriously like a madman, and getting to a really high independence level in a really unbelievably short amount of time. But it's so cool when you can be honest and communicative with your homies and be like, hey, I want to roll out. I want to do this stuff. And like they want you there so freaking bad. Like they're, begging, like, yo, how can I help you? Like, what is in the way of like, making this hard or, like how can we make it easier? And, I'm very fortunate to not just have my family, but to, met some cool buddies too that, have gone above and beyond like that to try to help make me comfortable and, make stuff like that accessible and cool and fun.
Oh,
Especially
absolutely. And you got a friend in those guys forever.
No,
And
definitely. But I just want to give like a big extra shout out to Cody specifically and Jason for just being there. Helping out on the little stuff that they did, but just vibing and being cool ass dudes. Like
oh
that was
man, I love those guys.
such a cool part. That was such a cool part of it.
And
But
what's
yeah,
cool
Sean.
too is bringing awareness to them. Like Cody's great. Like anything he doesn't really know about, it kind of you, we're bringing knowledge to him and bringing awareness, which is really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super dope. Sean, do you want to play the video?
Yeah, dude, because I was gonna say it's getting kind of long. And I'll just put this picture in picture, and we can still talk over the video and stuff,
Yeah.
and hang out for a lot of it. Let me.
I'm nervous.
No, I think Sean edited out all the not not appropriate for YouTube. Only wait, that's the
All
page.
right, where are we rolling? You guys want to try to find the merch?
Should we roll a little bit?
Yeah,
Probably
there
back
it
in the
is.
front so they'd have a booth like
I don't know. What is it?
Does that mean we go through there? I think we
Whatever. You can still hear us.
I think so.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
yeah.
We go back to the end. Yeah.
Well, this is cool. You guys can just get a feel
the
for.
area.
I love like the wheelchair perspective.
Yeah, this is definitely a wheelchair perspective of the thing. And you can see just how big this place is. Like, literally, we're rolling in the middle of the street right here. Like, it's all cordoned off. Like, it's all.
And the reason why I said booty at the beginning is because honestly, when we're rolling down at our level, we're just staring at booties all day.
Dude.
It just is what happens.
Some of them were a little too fast forwarded there, but I think there's. See, that was one of those little wire things that were everywhere.
Now, I think all of us came out of this healthy and feeling good, but it's definitely crazy time to be around 75,000 people.
Yeah, it was.
But we're all boosted and fully vaccinated, which gives us the freedom to. And this was like Vax card only event, which was cool. Which is why things like this.
Hey Sean, we got a good picture with that big old J.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
threw them
was
up right
good.
here. Except for I think they kind of look. Oh no, that looks all right. Little.
That was good.
But yeah. So and then that's Cody right there.
Yeah, that's
what
somebody.
it showed.
That's the bro Cody.
Man. But yeah, then we're just rolling back. So like right where we're rolling away from, that was like one of the stages was back that way up on the grass, and then the main stage was where we. Tequila.
Tequila. Yo, we tried to go get a tequila drink or whatever. They weren't serving tequila drinks. They were giving you tequila samples. And I'll tell you what, like, I've had body shots with more alcohol than that, dude. It was like a thimble full, if that. It was the tiniest taste of tequila.
Oh man, that's because you went in a deep belly button.
Yeah, dude, they were giving out big samples of.
No, you had to pay $30 at the cocktail booth if you wanted a real drink.
Oh yeah, cocktails, beers, $13 to $18.
Oh, crazy expensive. I think they were only like 16 or 17 bucks, but still.
This is good. This is a good video, Sean.
I mean, it was picturesque. The venue is so beautiful. Like the palm trees were right by the water. You look out, you see like the marina and all the boats and stuff.
Oh, I remember this. This is where we see your mom and dad.
Yeah, this is where we went to go get merch.
Oh, nice, yeah.
This spot right here looked cool with this like you can see how many people are at this place. Like when you push through, go through here. Oh, that was actually where I lost my. I thought I lost my cell phone. They got caught in my chair. And then yeah, here's the Conway family.
I want to see Dad's hat. Oh yeah, there they are. There's him.
Is that your sister?
Yeah, that's my dad with the cool ass hat in the background.
That's your dad and your mom right there in the back.
I think my dad had just.
I accidentally shut the camera off, so I gave him a little freeze frame right here.
Hey,
What's up?
Hey, family.
Yeah,
Dude,
there's
so
Nolan Fox, you guys, the coolest people in the world.
No, your family's awesome, dude. I love it. Yeah, like look at all the people on this event.
This whole area was awesome. There was a street that like was in between the main crowd and this lawn crowd. And me and Caitlin kicked in and watched a stick figure there. And it was like a really comfortable spot, like an awesome view of the show. And it was cool. Shawn looking fresh in that Lipterol drip. Speaking of, you can go to literol.com and purchase some of that beautiful merch. Use the 50% discount code Shawn50. 50% discount.
Yeah, that was the
No,
best part. The second night I had Shawn bring me one of his beans.
it's actually
Definitely helped me out.
LTR. Oh yeah, that was where I got stuck on the ramp. No, I was gonna say, it's actually LTR 20% off. The Shawn 50 is for Zoop Fitness to get 50% off Zoop Fitness.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm getting the codes. All right, so LTR20 for 20% off.
Cody gave us a little boost.
Yeah, that first ramp, I don't know if you noticed, I actually got stuck. I tried to push and got stuck, rolled backwards, and then some random helped me up.
Yeah, while the other guy just stared at you, like
Yeah, the other just kind of stared, like, okay.
Yeah, do you want me
Thanks, bro.
to pull up for you? You want to be able to see it?
Before Kyle wants to go buy his merch, got himself some hippie gear. Or some,
Oh, there it is.
nice, got himself all tie-dyed up.
Yeah.
That was a cool little move. I threw your little, and then here we go. Okay.
Oh, is that my sister dancing? That's so awesome.
Yeah, is her sister and her friend right there?
And with a cool ass dance move.
Oh, the camera just got stuck there.
There's me and Kit Kat. This is after she was feeling better.
Yeah, that was after she was better now. So, and then this is pretty much our view from the where our little stage was, our ADA platform.
Yes, this is the ADA platform we were talking about.
Yeah, it is a great view.
So you see how we're kind of just above the heads of the people, like when you're down low, I can really only see the monitors on the sides, like where it's projected. But when I'm up on the stage, like you can see everybody.
Man, take me back.
How's that drink, Kyle?
Uh-oh.
Delicious.
What's in that cup there, guys?
What were there making cocktails over there?
Say what?
I said I think we were making cocktails.
I forgot. I mean, with the buildings behind the stage, dude.
Yeah, I just put a little bit of a couple clips from the show in here just to show. Like it was cool. This looks an awesome view. I thought for the night.
Yeah.
Crowd and everything. I'm telling you, dude, the energy at that place, like the it was so cool, man. Like I've been to a lot of bigger concerts and stuff, but like the reggae festival atmosphere is like
It's the best atmosphere.
it's
Because
incredible.
reggae vibes are the best vibes, dude. Like everyone's just high and chilling and like trying to have a really like good time. So it's usually pretty dope.
Yeah, I see some of the fire show I threw in too. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
all
man.
pyrotechnics, dude. Like, it's great, dude.
Making me want to go back.
I know, man. After watching the video, I was like more disappointed I didn't go on Sunday. I was like,
Take me back, dude. And on Sunday you missed Wu-Tang Clan,
I
dude.
know.
Oh, bro. That was a bucket list for me, man. To see the RZA and Method Man in person, dude. Oh my god.
I actually have seen Wu-Tang when I was first out of the hospital. It was one of the
Yeah,
first shows I went to.
I'm just sad you didn't roll out with us on Saturday night. I mean, you would have to crash at a hotel for sure.
So if we go back next year, which I do want to do if they do it again, I'm getting a hotel and I'm staying in Long Beach with you guys all weekend. So,
Yo, Cali Vibes, if you're watching this right now, hook us up with some cool tickets and we'll make a dope ass video for your.
yeah, we'll make a real video if I'm staying down there all weekend. I just like, oh shit, threw this together as best I could
Why you're
today.
playing with it?
Oh, no, we're playing with it out here,
Yesterday.
baby. No, you question that. Alright, let's fucking go.
Fucking go!
Little this, little that. Hey, you want some
Uh oh.
No.
Don't watch
Red
it.
Bull? You want some Red Bull, dude?
That's the P Red Bull.
Get out of here. Hey, yo, Quad Life up in this bitch.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Quad
No
Life.
fucks given over here.
No? Sometimes you gotta empty the bag. You know,
Hey,
can.
hey, you gotta adapt, bro.
You know Dad lost his phone too.
Pops lost his phone.
Dad fully lost his phone.
Oh, yeah, my
Did
God.
with the shoes, too?
No, just his
You
phone.
just got a new one, though. In the mail.
He wore his Crocs tonight. He's comfy.
Dude,
Hey,
that's
there
it.
you go.
The first night your dad just barefoot out there chilling. I was like, what are you doing, Dad?
Dude, the shoes were hurting his feet. The shoes were hurting his feet.
It was so cold though, man. I couldn't even imagine, bro, barefooting it.
Hey, he had to get grounded. He had to get his feet on.
Yeah, bro. Earth.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, here we go, dude. Don't worry. I got all three of us. We're all incriminated.
So this is the Marley show. We're
Yeah,
all
dude,
five
this-
Marley brothers.
Bro, so cool.
My sister, like, rolled us to that one. And she had an awesome relationship. And, we passed around the door. As you can tell, it was pretty cold. We're all super wrapped up.
Yeah, it was cold, man.
Sean's about to hit the stage. He's like, "Oh, we got a blunt." Yo, Garrett in the chat. Yes, sir. Next year you gotta come out and roll with it. Okay, come out to the show, dude. For anyone that's offended by marijuana consumption, we do apologize, but you know, no harm intended. It's legal out here in Cali.
Dude, they were just selling. You could buy pre-rolls, everything at the show.
You could buy it all at the
You could
show,
just
yeah.
smoke anywhere. There was no restrictions on smoking. And
Yeah, there were cops walking around, and you were just smoking right in front of them. It was really crazy, dude. But it was sponsored by Weed Mask fucking Kyle. That was awesome.
All right, where are we rolling? You guys
All right.
trying to find?
that was
That was
a
the
little-
rad.
That was just like a little tiny taste of some of the
That was a little teaser.
Yeah. It was cool, dude. All 3 days, it was so many reggae bands: Revolution, Iration, Sublime, and Rome. Dude,
there
they
was
were so
three
dope.
stages. Like,
Freaking Wu-Tang, Shaggy, Sean Paul. I got to like go back to like my early 2000s, like MySpace days, and you know, like he played "It Wasn't Me" because you know what else can he play? But that shit was cool. That was like a bucket
Yeah.
list for me. That used to be my song on MySpace, so that was like really fun to see Shaggy doing it. And so many awesome artists, dude, all weekend long, just endless. I mean, you show up at 12, it's just music until 10, and
Man,
it's
yeah,
like
that's crazy, man.
And it's not just music at one stage. Like there's 2 stages where it's going like non-stop. Oh, it's just like a lot of people, a lot of smoking, a lot of drinking. I mean, if that's your vibe, you can be there sober and have just fun time. Like honestly, maybe even a little bit more fun because you definitely feel better on Monday looking at your bank account after not spending so much money on things. Um, but the vibe was cool, man. The vibe was so dope. I gotta say, like, it was. What's going on with the audio? Are we good?
Yeah, I don't know. Something was.
It's kind of tripping out.
I was just making sure it wasn't. Um, the accessibility was cool. The hotel accessibility was cool. It was close by. Anytime we needed help, there was people there to help. Anytime we needed anything. And as far as like me getting around, I could have gone on my own. I could have gone without my family. And I mean, other than like the help that I got from my like bowel care in the morning, like I could have done it solely independent, which is really saying something. As far as like how the event, was coordinated and figured out and stuff. I would want to go without my family. But it is cool to know that, there's like freedom for some other quads that, maybe do want to roll out solo or roll out with their homies even, but make sure that they're comfortable and they can like handle it on independent stuff. Um, this
So yeah,
one was
Shawn rolled solo.
What's that?
Shawn got there, got home, drove all the way. I was like, damn, bro, that's impressive.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's what like honestly, yeah, the hardest part was like the little mishaps and things. And then I forgot. So you might anybody that follows on Instagram knows this story, but on the second day when you guys were having all that damn fun backstage and all that stuff, my pushback was like a 35-40 minute push to the car with the car parked in the hash marks like right up against the ramp door van in
dude.
a
I saw that picture, man. There
yeah,
was like
dude.
an
I
inch
so
of
both.
there.
But luckily, again, like I said, it's just good people and stuff. Like literally, I was mad for I pulled my phone out, took a picture. I was like, "Fuck," and then I was just kind of like, "What am I gonna do right here? Should I have somebody move it? What do I do?" A group of dudes hanging out seemed cool enough. I just rolled up to them, like, "What's up, dudes? This car over here screwed me. I can't get in. You guys think you can lift my chair up here?" Fuck yeah, man, Rocco, we got you, bro, like that. And they just came over, lifted my ass in, and then cops happened to show up and wrote the car a ticket anyways for $360 and came and talked to me and were like, "We're sorry about that guy." Like, so it all worked out. Good times.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. I mean, I love it. I love the story. Like, it must have been stressful in the moment leading up to like the homies like lifting you up into the car. But that's the cool thing about especially the Reggae Fest, man. Like, just any like vibes like that. Like, everyone is
Uh,
usually so down to find a way like to help you out. Make you comfortable, like make sure work. Like
and like you said, you really could go. Like I could have gone if I didn't have you guys hanging out and like Cody helping out with stuff. Like honestly, people were so friendly and nice there. Like I could have. It would have been very easy to get somebody to help you with any little thing. Like if you need help picking
yeah,
something up,
there
or you
was
need
a
to
ton of event staff, and all of them were like looking to try to help you out.
yeah.
If you
So
needed it, which was cool. I didn't speak to one person that gave me a rude vibe, other than like this asshole ticket scalper that was like making some inappropriate comments about
Well,
kids.
it's not even
well, there
somebody.
was on the third day when we tried to get up into the ADA. That guy kind of gave us a little bit of shit.
Yeah, yeah, he did. He did. Well,
Yeah,
honestly, man,
yeah,
I was off with my vibes because I gave him a little bit of that attitude back
yeah.
because it was just like me. We wanted just Jason and Cody up there with us, but it was the last day. It was like the main headline, and there was just like packed. And I lost my that night. I got back from like partying all night, Saturday night. I got into bed and I was super uncomfortable. Couldn't sleep for the next couple hours. Like my wrist was hurt really bad, and I had three like paper wrist like thing bands on my wrist, and they were just bugging the shit out of me. So in the middle of the night, I just ripped them off, and they were like the drink bands or whatever, and then my ADA band, and I rolled up in my chair and I was like, "Hey man, I lost my band," and he was like, "We don't give out bands again." And he
And
wasn't
that was
he didn't say
bullshit.
he
He
didn't
had been
say I
giving us
could go
shit.
to the booth and get one. He was like, "We can't give you another one." I'm like, bro. I've been here for 3 fucking days. Like, I'm sorry this flimsy piece of paper came off my wrist, but like, I'm still, and I was like, I'm still fucking disabled. That's what I
Oh.
said. And I said it like a little vehemently, which again, probably my bad. Like it wasn't the reggae vibes. But you know, I can get a little wild like when I get some liquor in me. What can I say? Um, and again, it wasn't anything against the guy. I just said it in a way that I like swore. And he credit to the dude. He ended up still being super cool and like kind and considerate to me. Um, I was like, we're just chilling. Um, we ended up not even like going out there for Wu Tang. We just stayed down because we weren't going to be able to get Jason up there with us, and I wanted to be with my sister when we watched Wu Tang. So we just stayed down outside the 8A platform. But there was a guy who was like above this homie, and he had a bunch of 80A bands, and he was like, "I got you, dude." And he just gave me one, and we were good for the rest of the night. Getting up there, usually, like I gotta say, at the last day, the end of the festival, it's like everyone's chilling, everyone's fried. It's been a long ass weekend. Everyone's sunburned, everyone's burnt, everyone's just like freaking tired. Um, and usually that's like when things are really relaxed, and like you can kind of fudge the rules, and like they're usually a little bit more relaxed. And, yeah, atmosphere was the last show. We were the only people on the 88 platform except for like maybe 2 or 3 other people. And at first they were like kind of give some flack trying to get extra people up there, but then they were just like screw it, like it's done. And we got everyone up there we wanted to for that show, which was cool. And we even got Jason up there for um, it was Sublime.
Yes, it's a Sublime bro.
Yeah, and then we
And
bailed.
that's when your girl came back out.
Oh yeah, when Hyrie came back out, yeah, my girl. Psh, nah, I got a beautiful lady already.
Oh, you
But
know what I
huh?
mean.
You know,
You know what I mean. I meant music.
hey, Kyle's single. I'll put in a good word for you, Bresky. There you go. Uh, I run into her again. Hey, my mom said Cali Roots in Monterey, end of May, 4 days.
Yeah, I
She's
saw that.
gonna be there,
Let's
Bresky.
go.
Let's go, man.
You're already
Um,
going, right?
I don't think I'm going to that one. I'm not sure. I think my mom and dad just got tickets for themselves, which I don't know. I would be down to go. Um, when I go, it is a little bit more extra work from my parents,
Yeah.
especially my mom lifting me and helping move me and stuff. Now, like she'll go to the end of the earth saying like she really had me there and do the extra work and stuff, but it's really important that like my parents have their time to like party and vibe without their kiddos hanging around, and just like have their time, and just not have that extra stuff. I mean, um God forbid like I end up getting funky on Saturday like our girlfriend did, and need extra help and stuff and take away from the experience a little bit. We'll see. I mean, shit, I might be down to go to Monterey. We'll see if I end up wanting to spend a couple $100 and cop a ticket. And but
Yeah,
I
that's a
also
little
I
more.
also think
That's a
of
little more
camping,
camping
which
now.
is
Yeah.
different. I mean, we've done that before. That's what we did at the Harmony all those years. I'd sleep on a cot, but we were all about that camp life. Like we camped all the time, not at festivals. So we had like a pretty primo setup when we get out there, and I can do a cot or like an air mattress. Um, that's usually what I'll do in scenarios like that. But it's a little rougher, especially nowadays on this old quad bod. Like not gonna lie, dude. Was aching after 3 days of just being out there and even doing like a hotel bed. But it took me a day to recover. I was like, "Oh, I'm ready." But we'll see. Me and Shawn got some lift for all traveling and stuff we're working on, and trying to figure out. So we're going to be moving and shaking in a lot of different directions in the next couple months, and yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see how May plays out. Because right after the end of May, the beginning of June, we're going to Chi Town, baby.
Gotcha.
Because
It's a
Billy's
little
up
later
for
in June, but
Chicago,
yeah, but
and that's gonna be wild.
Yeah,
That's
some
it.
road tripping. That would be
That's
awesome.
sweet. Yeah,
Abilities
I know how
expert.
we're doing it. Yeah, I might talk Shawn into trying to do like a 3 day train trip and just
Oh
like
my
stay
god, I
along
don't
the
know about
way.
that.
But
Like the surf
we'll see.
liner,
Huh?
That sounds
the
too
surf
much.
liner, or
Uh,
going to Chicago.
Say that. I couldn't hear you, man.
you
Sorry.
said
Are you talking
Surfliner?
about the surf liner?
Yeah. Well, the
Uh,
Surfliner is just in California, right?
Right.
Yeah. No, I mean there's a Amtrak to Chicago.
Wow.
Um,
that's crazy.
but it's a several day
We'll have to
trip.
figure.
It's like 2 or 3 days.
I don't know
Like,
about that,
what
but
can I
that's
say?
crazy.
But here's something that I have to tackle,
I
and like it's something I got to do, which is like commercial airline travel.
yeah,
I'm,
man, we're gonna do
I'm
it. That's why.
Barbie, you coming
Oh,
out to
awesome,
Shy
Barbara.
Let's go. That would be so cool. Um,
Yeah, we'll be at the
I
Abilities
need, I
Expo.
need to tackle
But
commercial, airline trips. It's just all the horror stories, like all the, but it's just a couple hours to, Chicago. I think I could swing that. I know I can. Yeah. And it's just a matter of like going through it once, and then I'm hoping that's going to give me some confidence and open some doors to doing some other traveling. Like I really want to go international. I want to go out to Belize with my family. I want to, go to Central America and just adventure for a week. I want to go to Europe. I want to take Live to Roll International and go, do some pods with some people in Africa and around the world and see how some other quads go in life. And that's going to be some serious airline traveling. So yeah, I gotta dip my toes in the water somewhere. This is going to be the start of it. So
yeah, man, that's awesome. We'll start working on some travel stuff. But yeah,
yeah,
for
you guys are
today.
going to be along for the process. Everybody, our viewers and stuff watching, our regulars are going to be documenting it and filming it, trying to make it as transparent and useful to you guys as possible too. That's what this stuff is all about: is going through the paces ourselves and hopefully navigating some of the more tricky elements to make your guys's
All right,
future trips and stuff easier.
for sure.
That's what we're working towards. So yeah.
But yeah,
Is there anything else you want to cover, man? We're like way over what we talked
yeah,
about.
man. We gotta get off of here soon.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
go
I
to the bathroom. I gotta get food. I
know.
got.
Yeah, but this was a lot of fun talking about this with you guys. And, that was fun.
Kyle,
And I love you guys
again,
very much.
dude. I know I said it 100 times, but I'll say it again, man. Being like you and your homies being out there this weekend made it like so much more fun and so cool. Having
Thanks,
been a
man.
chance to meet my family and hang out with the fam, dude, and get to see some of yours and meet some of yours was really cool.
Well, the
Showing
same
up there and stuff, it was sick.
and the same goes to you guys. You guys made my trip as well.
Yeah.
And I know Cody and Jason definitely agree. And that was such a great time, and I can't wait till all our future, fun events.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm gonna be cruising out to SB in the next couple weeks. I already looked at my calendar, man. I'm gonna do a little quick train trip out there and come and take you up, stay the night at your place, and then we're gonna get the whole crew out to the ranch with my family, man. And we're gonna go have some fun out in the desert.
Great.
Yeah, bro. Future. This is just the first of many concerts. Hopefully, you guys,
Yep.
Shawn included. We're gonna be cruising, doing this stuff. And yeah, Ricky, I'll come out kicking in Minnesota with some Minnesotans. I know my homies Gary and a couple other people out there in Minnesota. I'll have to come in the warmer months because I don't know if I can handle the crazy cold you guys be dealing with out there. But
Too cold for me.
definitely, man. I'm go put on my Vikings hat, wear some purple. Super Bowl Sunday, you guys doing anything? Just partying?
Oh yeah, definitely watching the game, having a couple beers.
All right, all
Yeah, just
right.
gonna be hanging out watching it. But,
Yeah, dude. Same. I'm just gonna be with my sister. We're gonna be doing that. And yeah, Valentine's Day on Monday. Hope everybody. First of all, like once again, happy anniversary to my dad who been married for 30 years. Crazy, crazy. A long, long, long time. It sets the standard for awesome people, awesome relationship, awesome human beings. Uh, you know, they are the reason I am the way I am, and I hope I turned out all right. Um, and just living by their example every day, trying to feel those reggae vibes, um, and yeah, live my life. So I just want to say I love you guys. Thanks for being awesome parents and awesome example of great people. Happy anniversary. I hope everybody out there has an awesome anniversary too. Whether your loved ones, alone, with your family, whoever it is. I hope you guys have an awesome time.
All right. Yeah, I think audio's kind of messing up too, man. So I think let's
Good
just go ahead.
feedback, no worries. We wrap it up. Thank you,
All right.
Shawn, for coming out this weekend too, broski. It was so awesome having you, man.
For sure. Yeah. Thank you for inviting me and thank you for the tickets. Appreciate you guys and awesome hanging out. And for sure, we'll be doing it again and more of these. So yeah, everybody live to roll. We'll see you guys next week for the
See you
normal
next
show.
Tuesday.